Hi there, I'm Allie Elliott.
Hi, I'm Allie Elliott. Welcome to my stream, Sunday stream today. I've got to keep going on this one because deadlines are looming, and I also have a full session that I need to get worked on. So I'm going to keep going on this, talk about sessions. This is in the hallway of my studio building, and that is going to, mouse acting weird today, clearly. Okay, so hopefully we can, oh no, this is gonna be so annoying. Okay, we'll just do it the old-fashioned way. All right, so, oh my gosh, if I have to restart, I will. I mean, I'll just probably do it, even if I don't want to, because that's just the way that usually goes. Okay, that's my extra wallpaper. Okay, so what I need to do too, I've got Texas. I'm just gonna restart Photoshop and maybe, yes, I'm gonna save that because that makes me nervous. So the deadline for Texas is tonight. I've got Texas and Indiana. So those need to, I've got technically till the 31st for Indiana, so maybe I'll hold out on that and just be a little patient, especially with this one and with Audacity of the Sun, because it never hurts to take another look at something and just make sure that there's not some silly mistake that's gonna be an issue. So right now I have these. So I've got Audacity of the Sun for Texas. I'm gonna move this down so you can see everything. And then I've got Daughter of the King. I don't have any plans to continue putting this in other competitions, so I don't know why I'm putting it in this one, but I want to. So I am, but it is not going on to IPC because it would be against this one, which is Map of Courage, that I feel is a stronger image and it's more dynamic for what I'm looking for. Trying a new station today. I don't know about it. And then Troop of One, it's had some success already. It came in 3rd at ASP, which is the best I've ever done there, so that's pretty cool. This is a little, I need something more serious. Okay, so what I need to do here, hopefully this will work a little. There we go. She's back. So this is just a cell phone picture. I do want to correct the distortion there just slightly. It's gonna be into the shadows, but I like the texture of it. I wanted an old, classic, not old, but a classic bureau kind of look. So we'll just scoot that bottom out just a little. There we go. And let's see if Photoshop knows. It does, pretty good. There we go. And then I'm going to, sometimes I'll keep the shadow, but since I'm going to, I think I'll go ahead and run. Now the basics are gonna brighten it a little bit. We definitely don't want it brightened, but I'm gonna do a lot of work to it anyway, so it doesn't matter. And I'm also gonna go ahead and tuck it back behind here and duplicate it so that we've got, we need it a smaller. It's just gonna be, I'm gonna leave a little space. I'm gonna make it a little bigger. And I might actually have to scooch his knees up. He was sitting on a chair, so I thought that would translate a little better. He's like a little leprechaun on there right now. But it's not, so that happens. Let me see, actually. I took a few of those, and I took some of the top, but there was decorative stuff on there. So I think I'll actually just use that just to kind of look at. Okay, this is. All right, so. And let's just grab, oops, from here, like, so, I didn't mean to do warp. I meant to do, what did I mean to do? Let's skew it. I don't want to be here, half alive, the zombie stare, put me out of my misery and love me. Oh, every waking hour, rose petals bloom, I see soon, I see soon. All right, I already like this better. Just, I need to keep a little bit of texture on there because, okay, can't even see it. Perfect, that's what we wanted. All right, and that way we can play with the candle a little bit. And play with the light that's gonna be on there. I'm not gonna take this down completely. Just blend it a little. I'm gonna switch to my stylus because don't mind me. Okay. So, bear with me here because it's a long way from where it's got to go. But if it's going to get entered tonight, I've got to truck. So, let's see. Actually, you know what? I'm going to duplicate this and hide one. And then distort, but I'm also going to skip. So far, I'm not. I need to find a different channel, I think. I need not Christmas. There it is. Here's my, this will be more my, hey, thank you, XDBVC. How's it going? Okay. All right, let's see here. And just lower this a little. Make sure it's staying. There we go. No, I like that. All right, that'll do for now. I do need to find a candle. So I just want to get all the pieces put together before I start getting to the fun part where I can play with the light Hi, how's it going? And really make it start to be a photo. I'm good. How are you? Happy Sunday, chill afternoon. Okay, so I'm going into this old composite to find my candle stuff that I just need to extract. There we go. That one will do 7607. And then I'm going to pop that into this folder so it's easy to find. And if I'm entering, good. Are you a photographer? Digital artist? All right, now I'm going to pull my candle up just so that I get this part done. I went back and forth on if I was going. Right now I'm doing both client work and I'm doing competition work. So it has been busy in the best way. Okay. And I'll definitely have to play with some of those some of the reflections and stuff. I also need to find the frame. Ah, cool. Well, welcome. Glad to have you. I know that I've used this frame with a bunch of clients, and I could have just grabbed a new picture of it because I was in the studio yesterday all day, and I didn't. So here we are. I'm just gonna think of a client that I know I used it with. No, not that one. Where are they? Let's see. So I've got to try to find. There we go. This might be it. Nope. Okay, I've got to go through all of them and try and find. I'm looking for a frame. So the premise of this is going to be. There we go. I think this is the one that they used it. Thank you. It's got a long road ahead of it for sure. That's okay though. There's the frame that I need. That's actually a pretty good, where did I get the picture from? I took it. In fact, these are my kids. Normally I'm working on client work and I will be later in this stream because I've got a session that I need to edit. But for the time being, I am working on this image of my 6 children for competition. Okay, so let's do this. I think I need to go a little bigger actually. I don't trust my extraction there. So I can tell now that it's not perfectly square. Oh, thank you. And then we'll take this child that is not my child out of here. But I'm not gonna add, so my daughter that passed is gonna go in this frame. And we have not shown her. I did a painting of her right after she passed, and we haven't shown anybody outside of our family. So that's gonna be like the very last thing that I add to it, just to make sure we're still on the same page. So I do need to correct this just a little bit. That's probably decent. And then hopefully this will do most of my work for me. Not bad. I'll take it. And then hopefully down here too. It's pretty clean there. from where the lights are makes it much easier. So I'm gonna start here. Oops. I was like, why isn't that? Let's just, so this will probably end up, so I use very old, my cameras are Nikon D300Ss. They are old and quite literally duct taped together, but they did well to get me my Master of Photography degree, my craftsman degree, and my master artist degree. So they've done the job. They're not pretty to, the cameras are not pretty to look at, but I think this might be the year. This might be the year that I get a new one. I'm a creature of habit, so I like using the same gear for as long as humanly possible. I have two bodies, and they have, I have two camera bodies, and they have served me quite well over the years. They're getting old though. Okay, so I like the wear and tear on this. I would like to take the, nope, that's the wrong layer. The brightness down on this side for sure. All right, I might just, this won't be a wildly important part of the image, but if something is a little bit off, it'll draw attention when it shouldn't. So I'm just taking a little extra time, especially because if I'm going to enter this tonight, then I don't have time to make mistakes that are super easy to make. Okay, so I'm gonna do a couple things with this. I'm gonna duplicate this and pull it behind. And then this one, I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger and then put it up. And that should be just right. I'm gonna take it way, way down till it's black. And then just keep going until it's completely black. It's gonna be my shadow, because the light's gonna be coming from the candle. And now I can see that I took part of it with me over here. There we go. So, first thing I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna duplicate that actually so that I can make more layers to the shadow if I need to. But I'm going to take it down to like 50% and just go right across the top. Just kind of give it that, I'm gonna go take a blur to it too. That'll be pretty subtle. But candlelight doesn't really give a hard, shadowy contrast. And then I can play with that a little bit more later. So this is gonna be frame shadow, and I'm gonna save it. Oh, okay, it was being saved already. Cool. There's nothing wrong with saving it extra. Okay. So I might end up having to make that a little whiter because I don't like where it's landing on her head right now. It needs to have a little more. Okay. We've got too many things going on right now. So there we go. And now it just kind of. Okay. So first things first, I think I'll work on the candle because I want to take it way down in size, and then that's probably too big still. 3 pixels is all I'm working with right now because I want to lose this little rim light. Whoops. I'm gonna go to 100%. I photographed this candle originally and it was kind of backlit by a glass door. So I'm gonna take that off. And the light is coming from the candles. So I'm gonna keep the texture of the wax. And then that is huge. We'll go half of that even. And I'm just gonna take this bright reflection off. It can have some highlights, definitely gonna still have the wax. We want that, but these bright highlights need to go because there shouldn't be, it's probably wax. There shouldn't be these competing light sources for the purpose of this one. And I think for the first time, I'm gonna play with the wax a little bit and make it, this is probably one of those things that I'm gonna look back and go, that was unnecessary. But maybe not. Kind of highlight these veins of melted wax. I have used this particular candle in dozens of composites, and it's really like become my own personal little kind of muse where I bring it into a lot of imagery. Lower. Okay, and now I'm going to bump it up to 5, which is still pretty tiny, and just give this wax a nice shadow kind of component. And then we can work with that. All right, so what is that? A sideboard, dresser. I'm just gonna put dresser because it's just, we're not needing specifics right now. All right, so first things first. Oh, okay, this is, well, first of all, let's merge these because I thought I did already. And then duplicate and hide one. So that if anything goes sideways, we can always fix it. And then we're gonna go with a shadow before we go with the light from the candle. So you can go a little bigger, and it'll be, because of the light, the shadow will be a little more following the contours of the wax and the and candles tend to give the illusion of like a double shadow, of shadows going different directions, that kind of thing. So it'll be a little more uneven than a typical directional shadow. Oh wait, you know what? I do not want to flatten those yet because I need wait, actually not quite. So try to run right along there.
Baby, just call me.
Ugh.
I'll waste no time, love. I'll come straight to you. All the river's wide, dear, and the road is muddy. Even if I gotta swim there, you know I'll be there soon.
So I'm gonna go
I love you like
into the brightness,
underneath the rainfall,
and then
moving off a heat wave in the summertime. Are you the kind of one?
and for the edge, I'm gonna go with
Get used to. I'm the kind of man that I wanna make
just getting rid of that hard edge, except right there because that's the back of the
just call me. I'll
dresser.
waste no time, love. I come straight to you. Oh, the river's wide, dear.
Okay, and then I'm gonna go down to 40%.
If I gotta swim there, you know I'll be there soon. If you would've told me your mom was coming, I would've worn my finest clothes. I'm just a poor boy, I ain't got nothing.
Okay,
I got
just kind of give it some rings.
I know. So if you ever need me,
And then we'll go right back here.
I waste no time, man. I come straight to you. All the river's wide, dear, and the road is muddy.
And then move it
If I
way
gotta
up
swim there, you know I'll be there soon.
and just take it down a little. But I'm gonna go smaller and the higher opacity than 14%.
I got your letter, dear, mail on Sunday. The words you said
Okay, where is my,
so plain to see.
I'm gonna merge these. These are gonna be the
Coming round no more.
candle shadows, which isn't completely accurate, but
Don't love me.
you know, that's
But
gonna
if you
do.
ever need me,
All right, now where is my candle? I'm gonna run my base layers, my basic action that I created over it, and then I'm gonna bring the contrast down a little, or not contrast, the brightness, and bump the contrast. Okay, so I need to do each kid individually, probably. I'm gonna duplicate and hide, and save. Okay, and then actually, you know what? I think I will just run basics over the whole group before I go in and work individually. And they're going to be really bright, so bear with me. And then I'm going to duplicate them. And I think the first thing I'm going to do is just really change the light source. So first things first, I'm gonna take a 100% right at their candle. And then I'm gonna lower that and go over their faces. Now after, I'm going to do a fair amount of work to it before I go in individually to their faces. And my light was obviously camera right, so the camera right kids are going to be a little brighter, so I'll correct for that. And then I can add like some little orange highlights here and there for the rest of them. Ooh, creepy. All right, I'm going to merge these and duplicate again. Hide that and save. And actually I'm gonna put this right here, and I'm gonna get some more. So I've just been using printer paper as my mouse pad for like many years, because at one point that was like suggested as to what was wrong with, like, it wasn't even this mouse, it's from a long time ago. And I just got in the habit, because then I can take notes on it, and when it gets full, then I just throw it away. When my notes are full, or it's all marked off, which that doesn't really happen. So I'm sorry if this is loud. It's temporary. I use my loud scissors. Those pop open all the time. There we go. Okay. For some reason, the ones that I had there were like sliding. All right. Back to work. All right. So I'm going to start working on their faces all on the same file. So right now I'm just going to work on their face as if I'm not going to change the light source in a little bit. I'm going to smear out noise, that kind of thing. I'll highlight, dodge and burn, that kind of thing. I might actually have to do that before, because she doesn't have a ton of contrast in her face. In fact, I need this to be a little bit over. Here we go. And I love that little highlight under her chin. In fact, I just smudged it a little and I don't want to do that. And you can see I need to work on the edges here. Maybe I'll just go ahead and do that. There we go. So my March Madness bracket is still going relatively strong. I'm like 80% correct right now, which is, for me, is pretty good. There have been years that my bracket was busted day one.
I need you to dry my face. Look how I behave and all the mess that I made.
Okay. So I'm gonna switch to burn first. And just make sure that these shadows, it's like makeup, don't need that. Why is this so, 21%, that's insane. Okay, 9 is my go-to. Make sure her eyebrow is intact. That's something that blondes have to be wary of, losing their eyebrows when there's flash photography involved. I'm gonna be sad about IPC not being able to see the guide images anymore, because I liked them being able to see what I started with versus where I ended up. Just taking some of this hard edge off. And then I'm gonna take this down. I've got a weird like aberration going on here. Your hand is so stiff. Might look in there and see later if, and I'm gonna leave these, there's a little aberration right there, but I'm actually gonna use that to my advantage. And this is part of her dress, but it stands out. So if anything, we'd have a shadow there from that candle, so I'll handle that right now while I'm looking at it. Same with there. I'll leave the one on her hand because I'm going to be able to use that for her candle highlights. Whoops. Just kind of running over the noise, smoothing it out. And then blur that just a little. So this whole image I would like to have more of a painterly feel than photography. I kind of like to make my photos look like paintings and my paintings look like photos. So we'll see how successful this is. All right. Okay. So I'm just gonna do the same thing here. I'm not changing the lighting yet. I'm just gonna have all on the same layer, a real base set of, whoop, that was moving on its own. every once in a while I wasn't using my mouse there though. My mouse freaks out occasionally. So what I'm going to do eventually is change the light on their faces to be coming from the candle as the main. There will be another light source, so it won't be completely, but I want that to have the attention. I do want to burn into... I'm going to dodge. In fact, I forgot to dodge her. I didn't dodge her at all, actually. Especially the bottom catch lights. They've got these main light catch lights, which that's fine. But I want their pupils to have like a little lower catch light from the candle, so I can use that. He looks so serious. I promise he's not. It's not actually all that serious. Just kind of get rid of the noise. Whoops. Why am I doing that? It's the wrong thing. There we go. Now we're getting rid of the noise. And this one is going to be a little bit rushed because the purpose of this is, well, long-term purpose is for IPC. The short-term purpose is for Texas State competition, which closes tonight. So I didn't really procrastinate. I did, actually. I take that back. I did. I don't usually do that. But it's not really that I procrastinated. It's that I had other stuff that took precedence. So I guess that's probably what all procrastinators say. But it's not like I was putting this off intentionally. I just had other stuff that had more dire deadlines. And now while I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna go back over here and give her some highlights. Just a little bit though, because I'm gonna be changing. So this will be the very start where I'm gonna change a light source to down there where the candle is. And just kind of highlight the bottom. Her eyes are very dark naturally, so I won't go into those as much. That might be a little much, but we can fix it. And then I can go into her face and everything. Oh, and he's got all kinds of debris left around his outline. Those blondes. Oh, his ear too. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do for that. Start here. And I'm going to go at this point because it's definitive. And then I can go up here to where they are. And there you can see I got pretty much exactly. Now, I did color work though. As you can see now, that's why I normally wait. But that's okay. We can color that. Oh, that's too big. There we go. Okay, so now I can just get back in there. We're in tiny, like, this is 5 pixels. So it's a very small brush. But I need that kind of precision. Even though it's pretty minor in the frame. If something is off, it's a way bigger deal to fix it later than it is to just fix it now, especially when there are layers involved. So sometimes blondes are a little harder to extract because that hairline is easier to blend with the background. I'm just gonna lightly go over those to keep that shape more natural. Okay, so I'm gonna go back in. Just kind of smooth it all out, especially these harder edges. The fun part is when you can get in there and start adjusting the lighting and the highlights and the lights and that kind of thing. And he's got freckles, so you gotta be careful not to smooth out all his freckles. I've done a lot of freckle work with my kids, and I love their freckles, but when they're backed up this far, like, I try to create the way that I would see it. So your eye isn't gonna go immediately to their freckles when they're at this distance. So we'll just kind of give like a little illusion of some of them. I'm like shaking the whole desk right now. So there's a little illusion of freckles in there. I'm going to burn in there just a little there. And then I'm gonna dodge. Dodge is almost more important here. Just highlight. I know that I'm going to be working with a little touch of uplighting from the candles. It's not going to be so strong that it would be considered ghoul lighting, you know, the Halloween style low lit. Okay, we're gonna let this save, and then
we just want to take it easy.
okay. Then before I go any farther, because this is bugging me, I'm going to anchor him. So I do it that way so that I don't have to I don't have to match it up again, because if I copy the whole layer, kitty, Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to merge and then duplicate because I'm going to bring the whole thing darker. And then, like, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna merge those. And then let's see, where's my candle? Where is my And as you can see, this frame has the light here. I'm gonna have to change all that. So that's stuff that'll come at the end. There we go. Okay. So I'm gonna move on to the next kid. See, I should have waited probably before doing any highlights or lowlights or anything so that I could do them all the same. She's also going to be a freckle girl. And she has super light eyes. In fact, anytime I use her in a competition, I'll get comments from the judges that her eyes are overworked, but it's legitimately what her eyes look like. So do what I'm doing, and she's also got blonde eyebrows there. And then dodge. Okay, so first things first, well, I've got that aberration happening down there too, so I'll get in there and fix that in a little bit. In fact, I'll just do that right now. Oh my gosh, okay, that is so annoying. There we go, it'll just be easier to use my mouse for that after all. Hey, Impoverished! How's it going? Glad to see you. It's been a lonely Sunday here. How's it going? I am attempting to wrap this up to enter it tonight, but I don't know that I'm gonna get it to a place where I'm happy to call it good. Gonna go around the freckles, make sure I'm just getting noise. Yes, that's right. Thanks for coming to look for me. I appreciate it. When we get home on Sunday afternoons, I know. I don't know the notification things. If that's something that I have to do but I know that if I don't stream immediately when we get home on Sunday afternoons, clock me out for the day. I'll be laying around watching soccer for the foreseeable future. And tonight is my competition deadline. So if this is going in, it's got to get finished. And I have a full session that I need to get checked off my list. So I will be streaming a boatload this week. So how is business planning going? How are you feeling about the upcoming year? Good, I hope. Lots on the horizon. All good things. A boatload of fun. Yes, obviously. Can ride the wave, the roller coaster of image competition with me. No business, just cancer and fitness. Fitness is good. We'll take that. I hope the rest, works out the way you want it to. This child can rock a serious face like nobody's business. Client shoot in a week. Very good. Okay. Work is work. We'll take it. And the gym. How'd the gym go? I am a workout at home kind of girl. I don't like chatting with people. I like getting down to business. I don't like people looking at me. So I'm not a go to the gym. I love working out. But the only time I go to a gym is in the hotel gyms. That's just because I have to. And then I'm in immediate competition with whoever else is in there. Just in the parking lot outside the gym. Good. Just trying to blend these hard edges, and then I'm going to go back in. And then let's see. Yeah, I thought I saw some debris there. So what's your go-to at the gym? Weights, track? I guess that's wrong. I do go to the gym, but I go to the gym because it has an indoor soccer field. I don't think that counts. All these freckled babies. See, I don't want the freckles to be distracting, so I might have to take those out. Let's see. I need to burn. These blondies don't have heavy shadows on their faces either. Treadmill and weights. Real easy way to get over worrying people looking at you. You're not that important. Yes. Olaf! I mentioned soccer, and Olaf arrives. It's like Beetlejuice. I love it. I'm a treadmill. Yes, I'm a treadmill junkie. And if you're on a hotel treadmill with me, we are racing. And I will die before I will get off that treadmill. So my daughter was born and died in 2007. So she would be we're coming up on her 16th birthday next month. And this angsty teenager that I'm working on right now is our rainbow baby. He's really not angsty. So I instructed my children to give me a serious face. And you can see the ones that struggled with it. The youngest and the youngest boy. So the youngest boy and the youngest girl were the ones that struggled with their serious faces, but it works, you know, it gives us a little variety. I'm sorry about your sibling. I'm sorry to your mom, your whole family. And this child has a blonde beard that is not going to translate easily. And lots of freckles. Did you watch any soccer today or this weekend? There were a lot of... Yes, this one's the Pokemon player. He sure is. And we went last Monday. He did the first tournament he's done. It was just a little local thing, but it was the first tournament he's done since the shutdown. So it was over 3 years. And he went undefeated. So he's got his first regional coming up. First in 3 years. So he's grinding a little, trying to remember the rules and stuff. I just got an email from a professor at a college in Georgia that wants to discuss so I did a series, I think I might just have to take some of these freckles out. Okay, there were a lot of red cards this weekend, so buckle up. And MLS there was some good MLS, Premier League, Champions League, like all of it there was some good stuff this weekend. Quality entertainment. I keep giving like the wrong, I keep switching back and forth between a few different conversations. But, so I just got an email from a professor. I'm sitting on it for a little bit. I did a series called Hiraeth, and Hiraeth is a Welsh word that means homesickness for a place to which you cannot return, a place that perhaps no longer exists. And I created composite images of a child who's passed, and they were digitally built out of their living siblings, and they showed up in like reflections and stuff like that. And I got an email from a professor that wants to use that to study in a visual rhetoric class, which is kind of cool. So I'm sitting on it for a little bit. Get some apple juice. Yes. Red Card is the official sponsor of apple juice, and March Madness is going on too. So it has been, and actually women's, I don't watch women's sports, but the game was in town for IU, and so my studio is right next door to where the sports teams stay when they're playing against IU, and somebody had their band, and I was like, okay, nobody brings their band. So I figured it had to be a big deal, and it's because it was the tournament. See, this girl can rock a serious face like nobody's business. And the big boys they're that's what I call them. The teenagers, they call on their teenage angst to do what I need them to do. Success. But the other two just giggled like they incessantly. He used to have the chubbiest cheeks, and I can't get There's no chubby cheeks in there now. He might be glad. Yes, World Baseball Classic, and I do homeschool all of them. I just pick my favorites usually. Some are easier than others to homeschool, but yeah, they're pretty. We're in a good routine now. I will say that we were homeschooling before COVID, like before all that stuff. Thank goodness, because I feel for people whose like entire, schedule and entire life was like in an upheaval, because that was not us. We were like, my husband already worked from home, my kids already homeschooled. We were like, oh, that's our normal lives. My studio got shut down, so that was definitely different. But this looks like a popsicle, a flaming popsicle. That'll do. Yes, I was being a smarty pants, but I do homeschool all of them. We had a learning curve for sure, but like we're in a good spot now. And like, it's kind of easy. I taught at a Montessori school before we had kids, and not like, it was a long time before we had kids actually. But that helped, I think, because teaching Montessori method is really autonomous, so the kids are kind of in charge of their own stuff. And customer service with College Board. So I'm getting a spam call. I've got to answer it so they can't leave me a message. PSAT is junior. Oh yeah. Yes. When I was in school, we did the PSATs my freshman year, and then the SATs junior year, and then you could retake them. But I just took them once. No big deal. National team is going far. Yes. The man from the neighborhood is gonna take you. I love your childhood stories. No, not a monastery, a Montessori school. Different. Totally different. Okay, and I want to intentionally actually get a different candle. I liked taking all of the aptitude tests and stuff like that, because I'm a boss test taker. I can take a test anytime and do well on it. So I liked taking that stuff because it made me feel cool. I did go to college on scholarship though, so that must have helped. So this guy wants to be an animator, so he's going now. He will graduate next year. He'll graduate high school with his associate's degree, and then he'll decide what he wants to do. But this guy wants to be a surgeon, so he's got a lot of schooling ahead of him. For a guy that doesn't like, he likes homeschooling, but he does not want to go. I don't think you can homeschool for your doctorate. I think that's frowned upon. I personally wouldn't want to go to a doctor whose surgeon specialty was learned at home. Although that's how it used to be done. Business administration, why? I feel like business, and I tell people that a lot because people will be like, I have a degree in marketing, I have a degree in fine arts, and then I've got my PPA degrees. So when people ask me if they need a photography degree, normally I'll say, go get a business degree. if you want to get a degree, that's going to help you, especially if there's some kind of, I got to skip this song because it's got whistling. If you want to go get a degree, then business will help you handle. Yeah, marketing is good too. But no one said that's not for the corporate world. Okay. It probably depends on the school too. A lot. There's a whole spectrum in photography. My dad was definitely one of those. When I went for art, he was like, how are you going to make money? They were always supportive. Like, my parents were totally supportive. But he was just kind of like, okay. I want a different, and I could probably just warp. Oh, it's big. Yeah, so he's dual enrolled, and he will graduate next year. When he graduates high school, he will also have an associate's degree. So he had a pretty good idea of what he wants to do. I don't know. I think it's changed so much because, like, when I was in high school, you were going to college. It was just a matter of figuring out what you wanted to be. But I don't think it's like that anymore. There are a lot of trades that don't need a degree. Sometimes you just need to check the box, but it's not necessarily the degree. Oh, you know what? I think I will duplicate this first. Hi, Bravey. My doggy came to say hi. Whoops, wrong one. He is gonna be, he wants to be an animator. So something in that, he's learning about coding too. So I'm afraid that he won't, because a lot of times the art stuff is tough because you want to do it because you're artistic and creative, and then what you're doing is being a technician. So I think he'll probably try out a few different roles within that arena. We'll just float that right there. Trades are almost looked down. Yeah, it's so different now to come away with a huge bill. Now, if you can go, for free, that's a little different. But I don't recall having to put that much effort in to get scholarship. I liked that stuff though. I liked writing essays and I was kind of a nerd. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely difficult for this generation that was so hell-bent on going to college. But my artist just opened up his commissions. So he's very excited to get his first commission. Are you in there? He's intentionally ignoring me. Cost of college outranks what it costs. There are a lot more options now. Hi, I was talking about you. There are a lot more options now. You can go online. You can save on that cost of, board and books. No, I don't think you have to buy books anymore. And you can go online and you can go at your own pace and you can go for significantly less expensive than it used to be. So if you're in an industry where you need to check the box to even be able to get a job, yeah, self-taught photography. I think most are, really, for the most part. What I learned in art school was I only had one photography class. I did not know I was going to open a studio. I was focused on painting, and I actually started my studio as a painting studio, and I still do painting. In fact, I do have an exhibition coming up, and I keep talking about it, and I keep putting off doing the work. But I fell in love with photography. I think I've told that story before when my daughter died. We talked about it for a long time, my husband and I, and when she passed, it made so much sense to just do it then and give myself something to focus on that, could occupy some of my time. And I'm going to duplicate this layer again so that I don't have to match it up. And select. And then I just need to take this brightness way down. There we go. Merge and save. Oh, yes, he doesn't. We tease him a lot because he's a very typical teenager. He's not at all interested in his parents having art degrees or his mother being a working artist full time. He's not at all interested in that. He's going to, But I like to take a little bit of credit because he's been exposed to a lot of the arts because of what I do, because of how my husband and I met. And I was just telling them the other day, I had an art teacher in 5th grade that took an interest in my interest and drove me an hour. She was a college student and she drove me an hour to art classes, me and one other kid. And it's actually the town that I live in now, so it's kind of full circle. But I don't know what happened to her. It's kind of like she had a big impact on my life. I wonder if she realizes that. Steve Harvey. Yeah, it's, he'll come around. Yeah, they do. They listen to like some rando on the internet. They'll listen to them. Like about marketing or about art or whatever. Like that's literally what I do. People pay me to come talk to their groups about that. And he won't take the advice for free. Whatever. I mean, I'm sure I did the same thing to my parents. My parents were not artists. They were very supportive, but they were not. Now, that being said, whenever they would do something, they'd have like a parents' day or whatever, they were good at it. But it's not anything that they ever fostered or enjoyed as far as I know. But I remember being surprised, like, oh, Mom and Dad have talent? That's weird. Good. That will serve you well. I don't know if I did or not, actually. I'd like to think I did, but I can't say for certain. Let's see if I need to. I've got like a weird. Okay, that's fine. Let's see here. Okay, now we're getting down to it because I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to drop the image, the painting in last because it kind of gives me hives thinking about it. Because it's not something we've ever shared. I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna send a text here. Where is he? There he is. I think I hear the cat. Our cat is very vocal. Like, she wakes up in the morning. She gets up. I get up before everybody else. And then when I'm done working out, I wake my husband up we have coffee and breakfast together before any of the kids wake up. And the cat will like sing real loud through the house. I think she is wondering, she wants all the kids to get up. And we're like, shh, fine, let them sleep. Let's see, grew up faster than most. I feel like that's a personality thing, just like willingness to, it's a great trait to be willing to learn and accept resources from all around you. Oh, very cool. No one in your family owned their own business. I'm actually from a long line. Oh. With a long line of entrepreneurs. My dad owns an insurance agency, and he was a little bit older. I had too much pride to work at McDonald's when I was, I think I did. That for us, that was a small town thing because you'd have to be serving, your friends and stuff. And I worked at a daycare when I was in high school, and actually junior high school, and then I was a nanny. But then when I was in college, I wanted to try everything. I just loved trying. I thought all kinds of things would be fun. And I knew that they weren't things that I wanted to do forever. So I just wanted to try them for a little bit. And they were fun. I waited tables. I bartended. I was a hostess. I worked in a clothing store. I was a makeover girl for makeup. I worked in a music store. I had a lot of jobs. And when I would get bored with it, I'd quit, which is not hugely responsible, but that's the thing. I didn't want to. Yeah. So my dad was older when he was an insurance agent for like 30 years, and then he decided to open his own agency. And I do his marketing and his website and stuff now for him. So I was an adult when he became an entrepreneur. But before that, my grandparents owned a grocery store. My great-grandparents owned a grocery store. And my grandmother had a store. And I saw the hard side of it. They struggle. In fact, you might be able to see it back there. I have the ledger from my grandparents' grocery store. They owned it throughout the Depression. And there are pages and pages and pages of unpaid tabs that they just trusted that people would come back when they could, but they needed to feed their families. And so my grandparents helped them out. So they were maybe not great business people, but they were good people. But it's just kind of a cool peek at life then. I need to make this not totally symmetrical. Best friend's father owned his own business. Could have asked how he ran it. Yes. I was going around cutting grass. Yes. Oh, cool. Yeah, I think that's something that would really benefit high school kids. And not just everybody focuses on the seniors, but really, that is, first of all, so incredibly young to be figuring out what you want to do for the rest of your life. And second of all, start earlier. You maybe you won't figure it out, but maybe you will. So, okay, I'm gonna run a little experiment here. Because I don't want this to be exactly flipped like that. I want it to be a little, there we go. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna have to definitely do away with but just that, you know, idea of what it takes to, because so many grown people go and they get a camera at Christmas and they're like, okay, I'm just gonna do this on the side. But you have, I mean, there are steps you have to take to be legal and to be profitable and really pay for your time, because otherwise you don't want to pay to be away from your family. You don't pay to be doing something, you know, for somebody else's family. Being organized is the biggest thing. Yes. And knowing your numbers. Like, that's not the creative, sexy part of photography, but it'll make or break you 100 times over. Let's see. Okay, so here is what I'm gonna do with this. Just give it a little shadow and then, whoops. Just gonna we did this thing, and I was kind of frustrated because I already knew what I wanted to do by the time we did this. This was a time before personal GPS and MapQuest and social media. Yes, I tell my kids about that I'm older than Google. Pretty significantly older, actually. It's not even close. But when we would go places, we would have to like print out, what was it called? Like MapQuest. And like, it was even before MapQuest. I forget what it was. But then you'd have to follow check off where you were, and if you took a wrong turn, sorry. Or before that, my dad had a big gold atlas that he did. I don't know how he did that, navigated our vacations. Oh my gosh, yes, absolutely. And to just, if you don't have an answer to something, if you don't know where you pay taxes or what kind of business license you need in your area, you Google it. That's insane. It's insane how easy it is. But still, a lot of people don't do it. Now, I want to make sure that some of the colors come out because she's got like a maroon. We've got the maroon chair. Let me take this down and you can kind of see. Do we have a floor? You know what? I know I do have a floor that I'm just gonna snatch from finding someone's address at night. It's the type of night, there's those tree lights. Yes, or just like the phone book. That's how you had people's number, in the phone book, or you looked up businesses in the phone book. It's been many years since we got a phone book thrown on our front steps, and it was a long time before that since we needed it. Flashlight, yeah. Now we just have our phones. Okay, I'm gonna go back to one of these old versions because I know I have a floor in here somewhere. Do I have a floor? Maybe not, actually. Which one is that? That's 2. So see, now that I am trying to pull an element from here. Okay, I bet my floor is here. Ring, chair, curtains. shoes. There's the floor. Okay. Here we go. So, I'm gonna hide this. And then just stretch it across there. And I'm actually gonna run basics on it. It's totally unnecessary. Yes, and the Zoom thing, I feel like I used Zoom before, but it was not as prevalent, obviously, as it is now post-pandemic. And it's just such a game changer. And companies have recognized. I really liked my job. Before, like when we were expecting our oldest, and I'm trying to like make these shadows. We were expecting our oldest, and I didn't want to quit. I begged my company to allow me to work from home, and they said they had tried that with another woman in my situation, a new mom, and it didn't work out. She didn't get enough work done, so it was off the table for me. And now I want to call them back and be like, see, everybody else figured it out, but it worked out well, because if I had that job, I never would have opened the studio, because it was still a little bit behind. So it always works out, just never how you intend for it to. That's your life lesson today, kids. Okay, so now I can bring this back, but bring it way down. Because, okay, before I do that, I want to... Where are my kids? There they are. Okay, I'm going to duplicate this layer and then select the inverse and delete, and then take this way down because the shoes are distracting. And then I'm going to go in there. Hey, welcome. Bringing the wings and everything. Let's learn from website and tutorials. Yeah, I feel like entrepreneurs learn better. You know, I think that's just a trait that not everybody has. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave that. But before I do, I'm gonna erase back around his dangling feet. Oh, and I also need to move that dresser on top of the... Not much. Doing a little catch-up work here. Getting some stuff ready for competition that closes tonight. So I'm in the 11th hour. But, you know, I work best under pressure. So it works. What are you up to tonight? And then when I get this concept piece done, I have a full session. That, by the way, I overshot. I am absolutely guilty of overshooting. Like maybe 50% of the time. But I also maintain there's not really anything such as overshooting. Undershooting would be a problem. Overshooting is not a problem. If I have to pick one, I would pick that all day long. All right, where's my dresser at? Maybe just the floor needs to. What is this? Oh wait, what did I move? Deselect. Okay, maybe we just need to merge those. And then move my dresser up. Nope, maybe we'll move the floor down because I've also got that other stuff. And then actually, I think this probably whole thing could go darker. There we go. And then we can come back to
Riding out the waves, all the ebbs and flows used to bring me down. I'm stronger now.
okay, we'll have to work with some of that.
Used to toss me
Okay, so I'm getting to where
wiser now.
I can maybe start considering flattening it. What I am nervous about is dropping the painting in. So I'm just being weird about it. Don't mind me.
I'm wiser now.
Because I really want to bring out some of these colors.
Used to toss me about. I'm wiser.
Especially, whoops, I went the wrong way.
Ride it out.
All right, I'm gonna,
Ride it out. Ride it out.
okay, maybe here's what I'm gonna do.
Learn to sail
I don't know why I'm getting so weird about this. This is nerve-wracking. Okay.
used to get knocked down. I'm stronger now. Used to toss me about. I'm wiser now.
Okay, so what I'm gonna have to do is duplicate the layer and select the inverse and then did I not delete that? There we go. And then I'm gonna warm it way up. And all right, and then I'm gonna go into the shadows. I'm gonna go smaller so that I can really get into the shadows where the candlelight won't be reaching. And I definitely see some spots that we'll go down to 50-ish. And just make sure that it's like a natural. Nope, won't need that. And then I think it's worth adding some contrast and bringing the brightness down. All right, so this is Marnie's candle. Okay, so I like that so far. It's definitely going to adjust everything else, though. My child's dirty nails. I'll fix it. Whoops, the wrong Okay. All right, so now we're gonna go right here and do the same thing. Oops. Okay, duplicate the layer, select the inverse and delete. And then we're gonna start with the brightness so that I can see and warm it way up. And start with a bigger one at 100. It's kind of hard to see. Alright, and then we'll go smaller. Just get into those shadows where the candlelight won't be reaching. Nope, not there. It'll be there. And I'm gonna go a little bit smaller because that's kind of big for... And then I'm gonna go down to 50%. And it makes the other
We find ourselves starting
skin look so gray, but that'll be
brick by
alleviated.
brick. No path carved out for us now. The brush is thick. All I'm asking now, don't give up.
Take his sweater does not hold a lot of.
Don't give up.
Okay, and then I'm gonna go back and do the same thing where we bump the contrast
Don't give up.
and then bring the brightness down a little. And then I'll add like a, you know, the aura around the candles when we're all done. That'll be one of those. And then their faces have not been
Tired,
reworked with candlelight.
but please don't go. There's valleys
I'm trying to see how, whoops. All right, you know what? I'm trying to see how this would, okay. Duplicate this. This is Callum's candle. Select the inverse and delete. And then we'll go really bright. And then warm it way up.
For richer, for poor.
And
I've been
first things first, nice big
I told you before.
just right around the edge,
All I'm
just to get
asking now, don't give up. Don't give up. Don't
I might actually leave that on his face because he's holding it up pretty close.
give
And I'm gonna go a little smaller. Just getting the warmed area out of those dark shadows where they would not be. And he's got like, it makes it look like zombie hands. Now I'm going to go to 50%. I actually really like that texture.
There's a charge in the room. I can feel all the fire rising. I'll handle with care.
And then I'm going to go a little bit bigger,
We will
but not 100, just to,
tender space, giving time to let go. Peace comes as we pause, breathing in deep until there's home. Peace comes
Okay.
as we pause.
this is Beckham. Whoops, I spelled his name wrong. Close enough. All right. And his is not close. Oh, what is happening back there? There's some weirdness. See, that's the weirdness that we've got to take care of before I flatten it, because it's so much easier to fix now than it would be.
I breathe in, I breathe out, till my energy slows.
And then got to burn it way down.
Different meaning, expectations they leave us deafened by pride.
I duplicate the layer, select the inverse, and delete, and then bring that way down, because that should almost just not have information with the way he's sitting on it. And I'm going to merge those. And then where is our floor? Nobody knows. Here it is.
Only I'll make still this weather. Only I'll make still this weather in me.
Okay, wait, let's do this. There we go. We just need it's the okay. So okay, so I still have a lot of little details left to work here. So I can almost tell you right now, I won't be getting the session work done tonight. That's okay though, I've got time for that. And I wouldn't have to enter this in Texas, but I would like to. The whole purpose is to get another set of judge eyes on it before, focusing on IPC. And the thing is, if I'm not entering my best, then what is the point? So I don't know. I'm actually gonna go, because this will be almost black. I just totally got distracted from what I was working on. But I'm gonna save that. I can go back and clean that later. I'm probably gonna have a gradient over it anyway. So, did that save? It did. Okay. Okay, well, okay, what's going on here? There we go. Oh no, it's gonna do one of those now. Oh wait, just give me something to work with here. Okay, so I'm gonna duplicate the layer, select the inverse, and delete. And then I'm gonna go really bright so I see what I'm working with. And really warm. And that's like blown out part of it, but that's okay. We're not... Okay, so first things first. Just take that hard edge, and down here I'm gonna go around the curvature of that. And he's gonna be pushed back. There's some weirdness going on there that I'm gonna have to fix, I think. Yeah, definitely. Anyway, go ahead and work on this first. Oh no! Let's see if that's the program or, okay, appears to be the mouse being weird. Wait, okay, this might actually solve some of this. Okay, no. I'm gonna have to wait until this is flattened to fix this after all. Okay, so that lost a lot of its detail, so we'll have to be wary of that. I need more contrast, and I need to bring it down because it's not in a bright area. My reminder popped up too. Boston's candle. Save it, and I'm gonna make a note here to fix that hand before I do anything with it. Now, let's see. Let's go. So many little details. And I'm pretty fast at Photoshop, particularly for sessions, but composites being a different beast. Oh my gosh, okay. Okay, it's making it wobbly. I'm in too deep now, I just have to keep going. And this is where it's a whole lot easier to have layers because I can go right behind her leg. Let's just try the healing. Nice and chill. So we don't have another light coming from that direction. So we don't need those little... Oh my gosh, okay. One more candle. Handle. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate the layer, select the inverse, delete, deselect, and do my thing. So they were closer, these two subjects were closer to the main light source, which is why we've got a different set of I might do this hand a tiny bit, but we'll see. I'm not gonna do that yet. I'm gonna go small. And then I'm gonna go down. Okay, and then I'll take hers down because it's 80s. I'm gonna save, and then Okay, so merge those and save. 'Cause I'm paranoid. Okay. So I'm gonna back this up a little, and I think it might. Oh man, I don't know if I'm ready for this. Okay, all right. There are not people on here right now, so I'm just going for it. All right, so I'm gonna copy. I've got to find a good copy of the painting. All right. Okay. Okay, first of all, let me make sure I've got it in there. Okay, it's in there. I'm not ready yet. I changed my mind. We'll get there. So, first things first. Okay, so I'm gonna go onto the candles layer, which is the candle, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles that the kids are holding, and maybe erase those back some more into the shadows. Let's just definitely gonna be a lot of little touch-ups here and there. Okay, maybe, does this dresser need to move? No, I don't think so. Never mind. All right, so I'm afraid I might just be messing with everything just because I tend to do that sometimes. All right, well. Okay, what's this one? I'm gonna mark that before I mess up. Okay, so the rest of the lighting, the coloring, the luminance, I will do after it's flattened. There are just some things like this that will be easier now. So as boring as it is, I'm gonna go ahead and handle it because my life will genuinely be easier for it. Because otherwise this is a cloning situation. Right now it's just erasing. I don't normally like to do composites on a deadline like this. Normally I would just be like, well, that didn't happen. So we'll get on with our lives now. But I'm not getting on with my life. I'm invested. Because usually if I'm at this point, if I'm this close, I don't even have it shot. But I got this one shot Friday. So I feel like I at least give it a solid try to get there. I really want it done by Keely's Angel Day, which is April 2nd, or her birthday, which is the 11th. So, okay, so I got that done. But I wanted more color, so might have to get in here and bring her outfit out a little bit. Hers is blue, you can't really tell. And his pants are awfully light. So actually, that might be something worth handling. I'm going to duplicate the layer, select the inverse and delete, and then just bring these down a little. I might warm them up a little bit. Actually, I might cool them off. I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah, we'll cool them off. And then they just go with the tones a little bit better. They look very pale, these children, which they are, but they're that pale. So, I think I want to bring her dress out a little bit more though. Duplicate the layer, select the inverse and delete, and then back up a little bit so I can see what we're doing. There we go. I don't know the best way to go about this. Maybe just like this. A lot of noise. And then it might actually be worth there we go. Just to give that little bit of texture. Save, because I perpetually save. Then I'm just gonna run a levels check to see if there's any other. So her blue is pretty blocked in. Oh, I know one silly little thing that I feel like makes a big difference is moving the button highlight. So actually, just like that. Just real simple. And that highlight might end up having to come out anyway, if it stands out too much. Okay, I guess I will try to give her a little bit of an adjustment. Just because everybody else has some texture and color. In their clothing now. There's just really no information there. So it might be worth, whoops, that's the wrong thing. There's just no information there. Oh. Nope. I can always reshoot that section if I need to, if I want to end up going past this first initial. All right, so I'm gonna save. I know I've saved a million times, but we are getting to where now I'm probably gonna have to shave off some negative space or add negative space over here. I think it might be just a matter of adding some. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do. But I'll wait until it's all flattened. So that's what we're getting to here. All right, we don't need that layer. We don't need that layer. We'll keep that one. We don't need that one. So I'm just paring down. So the dresser is gonna stay separate. Those two are gonna merge. These are gonna delete. These are gonna delete. These are gonna delete. I don't know what that is. That's the wallpaper. So those can merge. Can merge. Actually, can merge. And then this is going to be progress 1. I really fought off the urge there to have 100 different. Really proud of myself. And then we will all right, looking more balanced now. Saving that, and actually those can just merge immediately. Try and keep this simplified. Uh-oh. Okay, so I forgot about this. There we go. Okay. Got leprechaun glitter on my desk. That's got to be good, right? And my Lego camera lady. One of my kids made me. Okay, so now I'm going to duplicate again, which seems counterintuitive, but whatever. Oh, wait, what is this? What is this that we've got? We've got a line happening. Uh-oh. Let's see if this messes up. It changed the pattern. Yeah, okay, it did mess it up. I don't like that. So, is there a line there now? I can't tell. Maybe it just makes more sense to handle it like this. That seems to work a lot better. And that can be handled differently going forward, but for the time being, we just need to, just get moving. To move along. Just gonna give them all little bumps so they're not so gray. But also I'm going to duplicate this again. I know I just did that, but whatever. And then I'm just going to lightly dodge. Okay. All right. I just quit talking, so I apologize. Okay, let's see here. I need to revert on really just this one. All right. Let's go back. So I just quit talking for like 20 minutes. I'm sorry. I'm gonna revert. I went back too far. Okay, so here's what I need to do. Okay, so we'll just get that matched up and then redo those cheekies. So there's no confusion there. There we go. Okay, so I don't think I had done anything. So we're gonna start from scratch here. And go back to the beginning with her. And make her match her brothers and sisters. And all that good stuff. So this won't take too long. She's got beautiful skin. Looks It's not a lot of work to begin with. Just getting rid of that noise. And anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm not gonna make more work for myself. And that'll kind of tell us let's see. In fact, I just need the bottom of her face. So I'm gonna go real small and almost kind of paint around. Oops, that might be one of those spots. Chin might just need that, so because it's closest to the okay. So those are pretty quick and easy fix. Okay, so let me check this candle. Right? All right, so I'm going to drop Keely's painting in. And we're gonna darken it pretty significantly. Pop her behind her frame. And then I'm going to drain the saturation a little bit. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to go back. And then I'm going to go ahead and duplicate so that we can just kind of take some of these and then so I need a new layer on top, and I'm going to create a little kind of a gradient shadow. Maybe a tiny one at the bottom, and then, whoops, I went the wrong way. And then I'm going to duplicate this again and then it's gonna have to be brighter down here by the candle. Let's merge these, hide that one. There we go. And duplicate. So that we can, I want to take some of the saturation out. So this is my own painting, so I can take the artistic liberties with it. Handle the blown red channels and I'm shaking the whole. I have a tendency to do that. Shake the entire desk. Now, since this is she's a larger piece in there, I might have to look at kind of shrinking the whole thing. I'm gonna merge the frame. Whoops. Is this playing the same song over again? I realize I haven't spoken in like 30 minutes. I apologize. Maybe you're glad. And I'm talking to future. Whoops, thought I had the wrong. Okay, so I'm going to blur this one out a little bit. Nope, not that much. Where is, it's always exciting to try to find it in the, there it is. Maybe a little more than that. There we go. And then I'm gonna duplicate and warm it way up so that we can get that warmth from the candle. And then merge those, save. Okay, so I think it probably is time to flatten. So make sure this is saved. It is. So I'm going to just do it and duplicate and then save it as a new. And then duplicate again because I want to take the brightness way down. And just their faces and the candles at 100. And then maybe not that. And then maybe a bigger one. Not that much bigger. There we go. I like 50. All right, so merge, duplicate, and then not yet, but I do want to, nope, I did the wrong thing again. This is one I don't use very often. Where is it? Vibrance. like I need to open up an old version and oh, it was already like that. Okay, so the very first version, maybe address some of those hot spots on their faces. I just got a little excitable. Before that, there they are. So this is how I check for hot spots and burnt areas. They're really hot. That's okay though. Nothing vital. And the candles. So it's actually not that bad, actually. I was afraid it would be. Just kind of checking for any debris, that kind of thing, from cloning or copying, pasting, that kind of thing. I wonder if maybe it's worth. Perfect. Exactly what I was going for. Okay.
We brushed and we braided dandelions into. It was a mutual arrangement we both saw into.
Okay, so I think I'm actually gonna do this again.
But can she walk in the fire? Can she run in the rain? Can she make it up the mountainside? Can she make it down again? I have often wondered if she'll go and jump the fence.
So this might be one that I need to print out. Oh, and I also, that frame isn't right. I must have hidden the frame that I fixed. That's weird. Because I know I fixed it, and I know that that was not. How weird. Is it here? I don't know, that's weird, because that's not the, man, this will be a giant pain to change it. That's why I was hoping that maybe I saved. I bet it's in here somewhere. Whoops. Just flip it.
Will she keep on moving onward or stay in what could have been? Will she keep on moving onward or stay in what could have been?
I guess we'll just leave it. Okay. Merge those. Where am I at? Duplicate. mask's gonna act weird. That's my technical expertise right there. Okay. Okay, so these are the same. So I think what I'll do, just this is experimental. Okay, and then like no, that's not enough. Hey, Bear, what's up? Okay, so lit candles or no lit candles? I like them lit. And I'm going to save this one and then come back to it right before my deadline, which is like, oh yes, any exotic places? For your sand? Oh, sorry, that was gross. All right, I have a family to edit with some very much on-the-go kids. I've already been here 3 hours. You know what? I'm not even gonna start this. This family deserves my attention. So, I am going to Antarctica. Wow. That's incredible. You have the 7 continents checked. I'm going to quiz my kids. Oh, man. All right. Okay, I'm going to open all of these for Texas and make sure that they are perfect. And then I will probably realistically be streaming every single day this week because I have a lot of work, which is good. But it's starting, it's the chaos starting. I should have had this. Okay, so this one is, here what I do need to do, I need to check real quick, is their, each competition has like their own, oh, are they not on? They're not on here. Wait a second, is that TPPA? Oh, wait. March 20th. Oh, okay. So I have till tomorrow. I have all kinds of time. Anyway, I'm not gonna wait until tomorrow. Let me see. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central. I don't like that kind of pressure. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. All right, here we go. So 4,000 on the long side, 4,000 pixels. And that's including the matte. It's gotta be sRGB, JPEG 10. Okay. All right. So, all right, I always try to remember to save, so my long side is the width. Save it at JPEG 10. All right. And then this one needs a presentation, which it had once. I don't know how I managed that, but I did. Everybody's like quiet. Okay. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do that down here. Okay. And then I'm going to put a little stroke line on it. They didn't like my stroke line. I remember that. They did not. But I'm not good at these. I'm not good at the presentations. You know. I like in real life, I can do in real life mats. How do we feel about this? I need somebody to make these decisions for me. What I'm saying is, all right, let's go for it. And then JPEG 10, map of courage. This one probably, oh, I hope I just saved that in the right place. If I didn't, I'm gonna be so mad at myself. Okay, I did. I try really hard not to save over the main file for obvious reasons, and sometimes I fail. JPEG 10, and I'll go through these properties. Okay, this one is not, I know exactly what I'm going to do though, and it's going to be very simple because I want that negative space and I want to keep that negative space intact. Nope, that's too much. So when I say I know exactly what I'm going to do, disregard. So basically my go-to is just to put like a real simple stroke. Did that one even show up? Do you see a stroke line on this image? I do not. We'll go back. We'll try again. Back to the drawing board. I still don't see it. All right. Okay, I think that'll do. Whenever it comes up on judging, it looks so much lighter because I'm looking at it on my uncalibrated monitor. Whoops. But I didn't. Did I already do this? I did not. No. With 11,000 pixels. No, that'll change it a little. Honestly, you can't even see that. That's what I want, though. I want it to be subtle. Duplicate the layer and back it up. I'm gonna stick with what is happening. I don't know if that's what works, but it's what I've been doing. And this one, the stroke line can be a little brighter because it can complement the almost seems like too much. I've got no chill. Oh, very cool. Are you doing an Instagram shop or just your through your website? Okay, so I currently have for this competition Audacity of the Sun, which will go in Master Artist. Oh, or I don't know, because I don't have guide images. Daughter of the King, Holding Keeley's Candles, Map of Courage, Troop of One, and if I have to enter this Master Artist, I don't know if I have it in me. I don't know what the let's see. Photographic Open Artist Competition, Wedding Competition. Now I gotta open the official rules because artist competition is on 5. Okay. Oh, they're allowing AI, which I don't love or like. Guide images. Oh man, okay, that changes things because I need to. All right. I'm just like staring at these because I don't want to do it. Okay. Processing, manipulation, artwork, rendering done by the entrant. Check. Guide images must be included on the canvas. All right. So that's where now I've got through a printing service called CEWE, Europe's leading. They have a service where you can set up a web shop for. Oh, that's really cool. Well done. Supportive of the arts. Oh my gosh, I'm so grumpy now. Okay, so I have one of them done because, all right, portrait, master. Okay, do I want to enter this as, I guess I could just enter this as a portrait. I wouldn't have to enter it as a master artist. Because here's the thing, the purpose of these is to go on to IPC. I'm struggling because I do not want to do more work. I'm tired. So I just have to think about it for a little bit. I feel like this needs a little more weight at the bottom. Do I want to enter this and this? Do I want to enter these as master artists? I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I'm going to check the properties just because I'm tired. Details, 4,000 pixels, sRGB, JPEG 10. Yes. Good job, me. Properties, details, 4,000 sRGB. Yes. I'm so tired. And 4,000 sRGB. 4,000 SR. Where is it? Let's look at that again. Color representation. Oh, there it is. I was looking in the wrong place. That's why double check is important. Okay. Okay, portrait. And then I just have to decide. So I'm going to sit on that for a little bit because I'm just really not sure if I want this to go into Master Artist or if I want this to go into Photographic Open, because the long-term plan for this is to go into IPC, and IPC is not, their categories are not the same anymore. So I might get some feedback from some friends associated with these, not with the competitions, but with the process in general. It's a new process this year, and I'm just not there. Like, I'm not fully in understanding of it like I was the old one. I was really comfortable with the old one. So it's going to take me a minute. All right. I will be back basically every day this week because I have a mountain of work to do in addition to Texas and Indiana And then, so I've got 7 categories for IPC that I want to participate in. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them done. And I've got ideas for 1 more. And the other one, I might just need some help narrowing it down, or not narrowing it down, that finding some. Yeah, I think so. I think I am. I've been on here a little over 3 hours and I'm tired, and I feel like I'm not thinking straight to enter these in the right competition. Because if I pick right now, I'm just going to pick what's easiest and what gets me out of this chair sooner, which is not great for competition. But I will be back probably every day this week. It might be some in the morning, because on top of the stack of work I have for competition and my regular clients, I have to start painting. So I put it off long enough, and now I'll be down to the wire on that too. So thank you guys for coming to hang out and for listening to me talk to myself about which category this should go in. I want to see some sand. I want to see some grain photos from Bear. And I'll try to jump on and say hi to everybody else. It's weirdly quiet. I didn't turn it off. It just ended. So I feel like that was a sign. Have a beautiful evening. I will see you back here tomorrow. Between now and then, I'll be on YouTube and Instagram. Yes, the sky's the limit on entertaining Bear. Have a beautiful night. Good luck with your photos, and I will see you guys back here very soon. Bye.
That's why you my mommy. Please.